back. Unfortunately, the last stream crashed, but we are back again, opening up the save, and hopefully everything should be good. We are currently trying to make 3,400 plastic rubber in one of our latest and newest facilities, and we have got a slight logistics problem. Yes, who would have thought? Me having a logistics problem. I know it sounds out of field, but there we go. It's happened again. So essentially, I'll try and show you what we are trying to do, just in case you didn't see our last stream just a few moments ago, which, again, unfortunately crashed. When we load into the game here, I'll be able to get my row up on screen. Where am I? I know where I am. So as of right now, the way that this is going to be working is that we are going to be importing 1,000 rubber on 2 conveyor belts into our new factory, as well as 500 heavy oil residue coming in via fluid truck, and then 1,000 water coming in via 2 pipes on our, well, through our logistic floor, so on the same level as our rubber. And welcome, Vinod. Yep, the last stream crashed. I really hope that notifications have not gone out for this stream. I tried to disable them. I do apologize if you guys got 2 notifications. Also, my webcam has been corrupted. I can no longer stream using a webcam. We can thank YouTube for that. Oh, and I've got a Warhammer reel on my phone. I'm just double checking if notifications have gone out. How do I even do that? The thing is, I don't really navigate YouTube that much anymore. I just stream and see how it goes. There we go. Oh, it did send out. Sorry, guys. I didn't want it to send out another notification because, unfortunately, with YouTube, the way that it works, like if you try and send out more than 1 notification for a single stream or a video, people get really upset and they don't stick around your channel. So I didn't really want that to happen, but oh well. It's unfortunate. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep this one here. There we go. I'm going to change you slightly. Notifications went out. Yeah, so that's 2 things that I told YouTube not to do, and they've instantly done it. That's unfortunate. Can't really have any more unfortunate luck than that, but it is what it is. We are still going to continue with what I'm going to do anyway today, which is going to be to expand our logistics across here. Luckily, pretty much all of what we did just, well, literally a couple minutes ago, has all saved, which is nice. It's the bare minimum, really. Okay. Now what I've got to make sure that I do is get rid of that and get rid of this here as well while still keeping that. Then, oh, hello. That then needs to go here, I think. Everything should now be fine. Fingers crossed. I mean, it looks pretty good. From this side, at least. Great. And liquid-wise, I believe this is the only liquid I've actually got coming down here. We are also getting some rubber in as well, but that's not a problem. But again, for the second time today, I hope that everyone's doing good. In fact, one thing I've got to try and do is get the link from this stream and then have a pinned message from the last stream saying that it crashed, basically. That is going to impact the day rather dramatically, unfortunately, for us. Tough. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay, good. Yeah, unfortunately, due to the error purely from YouTube's parts, today's stream is going to be nice and quiet. So I suppose if you guys have any questions in the chat, now's a good time to ask them. Because it will be a ghost stream, I think they're called on YouTube. There we go. Make sure that all of our pipes are hopefully just going to be going directly on top of each other. When they're stacked like this, I think they look rather presentable. And even though I'm not necessarily going to be coming down here very often, it's still going to be quite nice viewing this logistic floor from a distance and then realizing how, well, decent it could potentially look. And that's basically my motto here on this channel. If it can look nice, you might as well just make it look nice. As simple as it sounds, it's also quite important to me. Of course, just, you know, just do it, basically. Anyway, let's try and grab our 1000 rubber, which shouldn't be too bad to do. Okay, brilliant. And I'm going to be bringing my rubber directly next to where I've got these 2 pipes already established. Oh. There we go. Grand. I suppose... How do I want to lay this out? I almost want you to go back in yourself, because we've got a nice little gap going on there, which I do most certainly enjoy. The problem is, though... Actually, that's not a problem. No. I was going to say I might have accidentally built this water pipe directly underneath my logistics for my rocket fuel generators. But luckily, no, we haven't. So... We've got tons... You know, we've got tons of room. Who cares what we do? Who honestly cares? Let's grab this. Let's have potentially a nice little U-turn going on. Like so. Do a very similar sort of thing over here, except... Oh, I don't like how you're there. And also, I'd rather you don't go directly through here either. How big's that gap? It's about... Yay big? No, I don't want it to go through that. I can just get rid of it, can't I? And then move it around if I have to. In fact, yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. That is then going to be shortly followed by a merger. In fact, no, I don't want to merge this, do I? Because they're both 500s. I can't merge them together. Okay. So in that case, then, you'll come straight down to there. You'll do the same. Then I would appreciate if you... I think that's fine. 1, 2. Let me just double check that this is definitely going to line up. Which it should do, but again, always good to double check these things. You are going to go to there. Brilliant. Okay, yes, you do line up. Now regarding this, because you're going to have to come back up here again now, which is actually quite annoying. Oh well. Tough. And also, I think I want you to be on this level here, rather than up there. That's a bit too high up for what we actually need. So the easiest thing to me to do is to bring you up, then instantly move you along there. That is quite steep. Is there something I can have here that isn't quite as steep, potentially? Curve mode actually looks rather beautiful there. Maybe even a curve mode here. That's default. Okay. How about a curved mode? No, okay. I guess default's the only one that works. Fair enough. Now, this does look a little bit too far, but if it's going to reach, that would be great. Oh, great. And right there. And essentially, the pattern that we are going to do is going to be the exact same as what we've done up there. Why? Because I think it works. Oh, you're kidding me. You're just out. That is most annoying. In that case, we'll do this. I think that's actually the correct thing to do anyway, so that's always nice. Then grab that, but this time, rather than the stackable pipeline, we're going to go for this stackable conveyor pole. Why? Because I want to try and stack the conveyor pole. There you go. Simple questions often have simple answers. But maybe not necessarily a simple solution. Luckily this time though, the solution was simple. At least a good thing now is... Wait, did I not build this? I swear I just placed this in here. Okay then, sure. Today I do want to try and get as much of our logistics squared away as possible. I'm aware that some people weren't watching the last stream, which is, I mean, fair enough. But basically what I was saying before the stream crashed is I do want to try and get as much of our logistics done today. Including some architectural things here and there, absolutely, but it will be mostly focused around the logistics today, which I find really fun to do anyway. Welcome, Jason. Hope that you're doing good, man. You just built a whole factory for completing phase 2, and you're not getting enough materials in time to make said stuff. Your brain is not big enough for this game. We've all been there. That's why I do stupid things like this. So the way that I've done this is I have calculated every single item in the game that I'm going to be making in this playthrough, so I don't over or under produce. For example, there's been times where, let's say I've made 4,000 wire, and I thought, you know what, I'm never going to need more than 4,000 wire. And then before you know it, I need like 7,000 wire, and then I have to redo all the process, and it's like, oh, I should kill me. Do I necessarily recommend spending dozens of hours doing maths? No, but I'm just special, not in a good way. But yeah, don't worry though, that's just completely part of the Satisfactory process. And learning process, I suppose. Oh. I know that I used to do that quite a lot. In fact, I'm pretty sure every playthrough until I started being an absolute nerd, I used to continuously over and underproduce items. And it got to the stage where it was actually annoying me. Where I'd do a bunch of logistic work, spend hours doing it, then realize, okay, I haven't made enough. Or even worse, I'm now making too much of an item. Because when you're making too much, you've essentially just wasted a bunch of your time. You can sink the item, but when it's things like iron rods and iron plates, they don't really sink for very much. Concrete, or basic cable things, even when you get later into the game, things like the encased industrial beam. I remember I used to make hundreds of them per minute, because I used to have tons of Mark IV conveyor belts. And then I unlock aluminium, and then suddenly, well, I don't need hundreds of this anymore, and it's just wasted. Boom. Boom. Good. You definitely spend multiple hours doing the maths. I find it fun. I find the maths part of this game really fun. It's a journey. That's what Satisfactory is. It's a journey. And as much as I don't want to be the guy that says cheesy sayings, in this game especially, it's not about the destination, it is about the journey. It's not about making the space elevator part, it's about the fun you have trying to make it. That's why, as you can probably tell by the fact that we're like, what, 800 hours in? 728 hours into this playthrough and I'm still using cold power. You can tell that I am here just for the journey. Rather than trying to complete and finish the game. Even though sometime this decade I would like to finish the game. I would like to tell my grandkids that I finished playing Satisfactory and I didn't have a massive nuclear disaster. But it's easier said than done. I mean, look, if Kibbitz can have a nuclear disaster, what chance have I got? Zero. Find a good spreadsheet to use on your PC. I use something called Miro. It's the free version. I'm not sponsored by them, but I've used them for a lot of my best recipe videos. I don't know if you've seen my series about the best recipes, but no, I've been using them for a long time now and it's fantastic. It's a great app. Also, Satisfactory Calculator does the work for you. I don't use it personally because I like going through the effort, like the human effort, rather than relying on an AI to do the maths for me. I prefer to do it myself. Or even just Excel. I know some people use Excel. I use Excel quite a lot actually for Satisfactory. But not for my my spreadsheets though. Have you ever finished the game? No. No, I've never finished it. Because unfortunately, up until very recently, my PC was nowhere near strong enough for the factories I used to like building. Either that, or I would just lose interest after a few hundred hours. So even though I've got 4,000 hours in the game, I've never actually finished it. But this playthrough, I'm planning to, because there's no reason why I shouldn't finish it this playthrough. Is there a gap here? There is a gap here. Look at that, you jammy bugger. There we go. I had no idea there was even a gap up there. And for you, what I'm going to do is that, just so it doesn't overlap with the asphalt that I've got above us. The last thing you want to do is have concrete, what's it called? Z-snapping through the roof. Anyway, after all that yapping, I'm fair and rather happy to say, we've now got all of our rubber and water coming through here. However, the one thing we haven't got yet is our heavy oil. Wait. Heavy oil residue. Which isn't going to be as simple as just zooping out a conveyor belt or a pipe, because this is going to require a fluid truck. Where's the station going to be placed? I've got a rough idea, but might need some work. Right on the second one, yeah, I mean, as much as I really enjoy playing this game, it does reach a stage sometimes where I just need to take a bit of a break. And that's not a bad thing. I actually think having a break's a very good thing. Okay, right. Oh. How am I gonna do this? So you are positioned directly, and actually rather snugly. And snugly, is that a real word? Snug is a real word. Snugly. Snuggly? I don't know. You're going to be tightly placed against the wall. There you go. You are going into here. And can I have you line up with this? Somehow. There. Okay. Right, that's vile. I don't really want a gap there. What did I do? Okay, so here I just covered it up with... Is that grey or is that carbon steel? That is... grey. Okay, a grey board. Fair enough. Let's do that over here then. Same thing up here? Yeah, I suppose, why not? Wait, are you not aligned? Oh, you're not aligned. You jammy things. Okay. A lesser man would be frustrated by that. I'm not frustrated, I'm just deeply pissed off. But that's completely fine. I'll do this then instead. Solve all of our problems. Great. Power-wise, we've got a very simple solution. There we go. What do you guys think? Do you like my little power solution? I think it looks really good. I like the artistic flair that it provides. No. Also, the funny thing is, this actually does turn on. The reason for that is because you can now connect one building to another like this. And, well, I was going to say it looks great. This looks abysmal, but, for example, my refinery's up here. Rather than trying to hide my power cables, which I would say I've done rather well, you can barely see that there's a power cable even. In fact, you can't see it. I've hidden it so well. Actually, oh, you can just see it there. But yes, so you can just connect all of your refineries along a line like that. But I'm not going to do this because I will have an emotional breakdown, which I've already had 2 of in the last 24 hours. All related to Satisfactory. No, we've been good. We've been fine. Okay, right. Ah, you just stick out there, don't you? Had to be special. Where's the best location for you? There. I like that, but where does it lead? I haven't really got much of a clue. Through here? Oh dear. Have I placed it inside the wall? No, in fairness I haven't. But I don't like that placement either. I do know where I want to try and place it now though, so that's good. I just grab this. We then yeet up to here. Now, fingers crossed, this should look rather decent. Why am I spending so much time on this? I don't know. Why not? And there we have it. Okay, so I believe the way that I did this was that you were slightly encroaching on the sides of our fluid truck station. Like that? No, like you're barely touching the sides. In fact, you're not even touching that side. So I think here is going to be a good placement. Maybe even a half nudge. Yes. Life is so much easier with a half nudge. There's a little vertical activity going on. Love that. Now a very similar thing over here. Beautiful. Look how simple that was. Nice. You're so annoyed by your game lagging so much that you switched to XP because you need the new pathing system. Yes. The new pathing system is brilliant, and I assume it does help quite a lot with the lag. Which is fantastic, of course. You don't have to be painted anymore because of our simple solution. Oh, I'm such an amazing Satisfactory player, was what I was about to say. Such a gifted, talented Satisfactory player. Those are the words that are about to leave my mouth. Were they true words? Nah, not really. I'm at breaking point. Okay, there we go. You can barely even notice it being there, but it's those small it's the small details that I quite like in this game. Anyway, right. Transport universal pathing system, and look at that, it snaps directly on to where I want it to go. Brilliant. Oh wait, you've actually got to go this way. Yes. Left-hand traffic system. And I would appreciate if you were centered here. Like so, which means that you just have to come out like that, and do the exact same thing over on the other side, and we should be pretty good, I would say. Wait. Yeah. Look at that. The symmetry. Kind of. It's what I was hoping for. Oh, turns too sharply. Gosh, yes it does. Ooh, damn, you can zone this pretty far back. Look at that. How far is that? How many foundations is that? 1, 2. It's quite difficult to tell in asphalt, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half foundations. One foundation being 8 meters across. That's 88 plus 4. Actually, technically plus 3, I think. Yes, that's 91 meters. That's not bad going now, is it? And how did I turn you around? I think it was somewhere there. Yes. Oh, this is so simple. It's almost too simple. I feel like I'm cheating. I feel like I've got a mod installed. That's how simple this is. That's way too small. I don't want to be the judge, jury, and executioner of size, but that was way too small. Yeah, we'll get rid of that one there as well. I don't want to get rid of all of it though, so... It is pretty smooth. I have lowered my graphics from ultra down to high, but I mean, yeah, it's fairly good. It works as well as I was hoping it to. Okay, so you've got to go that direction, so that means you're then coming from here. Okay, I see what I've done, which is good because I'm kind of the person that designed it, so it should be simple. There we go. Look how simple that is. I know I keep going on about it, but I've been using we've all been using the old vehicle system now for ages. But just using this, it feels honestly unreal. And that will now be coming out from that side. Okay. Okay. I do want to try and focus on the other part of the route here as well, because I think it'll be slightly easier. Rather than working backwards, if I work just from the correct side, it'll make life a bit easier, because our trucks are going this way. Yeah, here we go. Let's go. Whoa, what is that? What do you mean I can't do that? What? Vehicle path too long. Vehicle collides with terrain. No, it doesn't. Oh, on a 0 out of 10, uninstalling. How can it not make that? Honestly. I'm not angry, I'm just pissed off. Are you fine? How do I fix that? It looks a little bit wonky at the minute. Why? Because you don't. You go from there to there. Okay, I know why. What if this time I only go up to somewhere here? But that's not entirely straight though, is it? You're fine here. There. No. That looks pretty good to me. I mean, this part here should in theory be aligned in the middle, but as long as the trucks can make it round, but you should be able to make it round, it might just touch the side. Tough. just don't crash. It looks fine for now, so we'll keep it. I would then appreciate if you went round this way, like so. How's that? Ooh, turns too sharp. Oh. Wait, there's straight mode? Oh yeah, of course there is. And apparently straight mode actually works. It's interesting. I don't know if that's what I want it to do. I think what I honestly might consider is that. Get rid of you. Then, yeah, that's much better. I love that. Now again, left-hand traffic. So you're going to come up to there. Using straight mode. Oh, in fact, that's what I could have done down here. Let me try using straight mode down here. Again, it completely slipped my mind that was even a thing. But no, absolutely it is. Come here. That made no difference. It made nothing. But I mean, either way, that's... Oh, hello. Sorry, was I in your way? Deary me. I forgot there's trucks on this path, isn't there? Deary me. Oh, I've got these blueprint designers everywhere as well. I seem to have this natural gift. It really is a gift. Of turning something beautiful into a construction site. I can make everything just look hideous. Why are you there? Why? Wait, what? I did not leave it like that. I didn't do that. Look, see, I can't even drive it. That wasn't me. Okay, have any of other... Wow, English. Have any other of my vehicles done that? No, you look fine. Oh, so why have you done that then? Oh well. Stuff. At least we're finally going to have some traffic coming down here now, by the way. That's going to end up looking quite nice, just having a bunch of movement going along. I do think a train here in the middle would have looked sick. Where's it going to go? I've heard there's a place called Cotton Eye Joe, but I don't want it to go there. Now you are just going to very simply hook up with this. Maybe not like that, just like this. Yeah. It's so simple. It's too simple. It's too simple. I love it. Now let's continue you around here. Luckily, I've already done a universal vehicle path, which means that all of my trucks, explorers, tractors... I think that's it. Maybe factory carts? Let me double check that. Can use it. Tractors, truck, fluid truck, and explorer. No, so the factory cart can just bugger off, basically. Oh well. I'm going to do a separate path for our factory carts over there. So it will definitely get its use. Yeah. Because that's something I've never properly used as the factory carts. Because they were just so annoying to do. But now, all you have to do is just zone out the path and done. That's it. Great. Oh, why are you here? Can I get rid of this and not face monumental consequences? Yeah, good enough. And now gives me a good chance to show you guys what I've been working on off camera. Don't get your hopes up, it took me about 5 minutes. So we left yesterday's stream and I didn't quite know what to do here with this fluid truck station. All that I knew is I wanted something out here, and as you can tell, the path here is, well, it's not really a path anymore, but that's a shame. So I've elevated all this up here by 1 meter. Otherwise we would have some very weird Z snapping underneath, which I didn't like. We've also got our fluid buffers in here as well. We've got 2 of them. And the reason as to why I've done this, even though we've only got 500 heavy oil residue coming in per minute, I'm going to be splitting it anywhere. Because we are going to be having 2 rather huge rows of refineries. One going all the way down there, don't use power, and then one going all the way down there. If I split it here, in theory, again, honestly, if I ever make channel merch, which I won't most likely do ever, I'm going to have merch that just says in theory because it's the word I use the most throughout my streams, but in theory this should work. It looks a bit wonky though. I don't like the way it wonks. I really don't like the way it wonks, but it's the best solution I could come up with, if I'm honest, and it's fine. Oh, that actually reminds me, I need to have coal coming into that fluid truck station. I don't want anything coming in here because firstly, I've got nothing to burn this side other than rocket fuel, which I'm not wasting rocket fuel for fluid trucks. And I've got, what is it, 2,000 excess coal over there. So I might as well use it. And yes, I know my pronunciation of coal is weird. I don't know how I can say it properly. Because in my accent, I just say coal. Coal. No, coal makes me sound like I'm speaking the Queen's English. Coal. It's rather chilly. Gonna burn some coal. Anyway, that's all grand. I think this is fine. You're the unloader, so let's just change that. You have got power. Yeah. Where's this? There we go. I don't know what this is gonna look like. Let's find out. That's just disgusting. Thank you. In fact, actually, I want to do this. Hear me out here, chat. Hear me out. Boom. I'm now going to get rid of this. Oh, actually, I should... Wait. Before I do that. Boom. Now I get rid of this. What's he doing? What? Vehicle collides with terrain. Oh yeah, it does. Damn it. Okay, can I maybe do it here? No? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. What the heck am I supposed to do? Is there any world where I can just place this down? That wasn't really something I was expecting to run into today, issue-wise. Because you're fine. Which is weird, because if you're fine, why is the other side not fine? Because you're too close to that. What if I actually just fully get rid of this? Okay. Now... do that. Is that going to come back to bite me? Probably. I could nudge this forwards. In fact, honestly, why not? Let's go ahead and do that. It's going to require a very slight amount of adjustments, but I think it's absolutely going to be worth it. I've placed it the wrong way. Oh, it's a 50-50. I was saying this last stream, the amount of 50-50s I've got wrong in this game. Wait, what? What do you mean you don't fit? You were just here. Am I losing? Have I lost the plot? You were just here. Invalid docking node elevation. Okay, great. So if I sink it inside the terrain, you're now completely fine. How weird. There. Because you're pretty much lined up with the middle, which is actually better than what we had previously. Then what I'm going to need to do is reconnect our pipes. And the way we did that was by using straight mode. There. Bringing you down. Not like that. Nice. That is the most hideous thing I've seen today. Keeping you at a solid elevation, then using the horizontal to vertical mode. Bringing you down. Again, it's not going to win any medals for looking beautiful. That's fine. I don't want it to. I want it to be functional. And I like to think that this is. Great. Also, the carbon steel mixing with this nice purple finish, I think looks really sharp. Yes. Anyway, back to this. We finished the interlude. And we're back with business. Welcome, FTFE. Hope that you're doing well, man. It's been a minute, but it's good to see you back. Oh, I just realized, how is the truck going to get from there to there? Oh, no. What do you mean you can't do that? What? See, the factory cart would be able to do that. It's fine. I mean, the way that I'm going to do this anyway is by ripping out a small section. Probably by getting rid of everything in here. And this one. And that one. That's fine. This should only take a momento. And it is actually quite important that we do it anyway, so... Whether or not it's going to be fun, it's very important. Lines. That's one thing I haven't actually thought about was road lines. Luckily for us, you're pretty much dead in the middle. Let's get some patterns going. I want to get this, and I want to get that. That looks hideous. Let's just never do that ever again. Something like this, maybe? Making one building that does everything in the game is stressful. Is it? No. Surely not. I thought it'd be a stress-free relaxation journey. I mean, to be fair, yeah, it is very, very stressful. Okay, I've got a plan. They don't call me the Valhallan planner for no reason. Good luck finding a single human that's ever called me that. I'll give you a clue. There hasn't been. But there will be after this, because this is peak engineering. No one has ever engineered like I've engineered. There we go. Yes, you're actually in the right spot. I sounded surprised. Wait, what? I've done this correctly? What do you mean? That's not how this is supposed to go. I'm supposed to make an absolute kerfuffle out of everything. Okay, then what I'm going to do is use the half foundations. Like so. In fact, same thing over here now as well. You're going to have to get tweaked. You're going to have to get... Actually, do you? No, you can actually just stay the way you are. This is, I mean, wide enough. There we go. Perfect. Wow. Not forgetting about the round concrete beams, which I do pretty much at least once a day. I keep blabbering on about how much I love these round concrete beams, but whenever I change something to do with my road, the one thing I forget is these round concrete beams. You're needing to move slightly. Yes, at the end of here, I would say. That looks quite lush. Is 1,000 AI limiters a minute enough? 1,000 a minute? I don't even know if I'm making any. Well, I must be making some. AI limiters. Okay, I've got a few going on over here. So I've got 48, 54, 5, 20, 20. So that's less than 100. Absolutely, that's enough. Yes. Because I'm currently only... Why have I got copper powder down here? What? Oh, is this my copper factory? No, it's not. Why? It doesn't matter. But yes, that's definitely enough. Because I'm only using about 100 AI limiters by the looks of things. And I'm making many items per minute. So 1,000 is absolutely more than enough. Oh, what? What do you mean? What do you mean that just happened now? What? Are you taking the piss? What's going on? Chat. Explain to me. In less than 1,000 words. What is going on? Why? What am I... Is it me? Am I the problem? Because if I am, help me change. There we go, okay. Bloody hell, Hagrid. Was that so difficult to... Well, clearly it was difficult to do. Yeah. No, it got facing the wrong way. No. There we go. So far, I'd say this is going rather smoothly. You have to go now as well. It is the rest of the universe. Yep. I agree. I can actually second that statement. This has to be elevated. I knew that, of course. No, stop. Okay. 1, 2. There we go. I love how I'm installing all of this hypertube infrastructure, yet I don't think I've properly used one yet this playthrough. And I've probably got miles and miles of it going from here, all the way down this direction, around here now, looping around here, a couple times actually, straight in this direction, straight down there, looping around here, shooting off in that direction, back around over here, looping up around there, coming back over there, looping around there, going down here again, and zooping its way down there. Miles upon miles of hypertubes, and not once have I properly used them yet. I love my engineering skills, like, honestly. It really is something to behold. Oh, have I built you too far forwards? No, I haven't. I don't think. Good, okay. Oh, yeah. See, now it's working fine. Oh, no, you're too far. I spoke way too soon there. Blame the flat earthers. Oh, done. Easily. Okay. Now, luckily for us, a truck will be able to pass here nice and simply if we select our fluid truck. Where is it? There it is. Yes. Tons of room. Okay, we have still got holes everywhere, though, which isn't great. Here's a tip and trick, by the way, for dealing with trucks, which I actually forgot to mention in my Ultimate Guides video. But if your road is missing a part of the road, that means that a part of the road is missing. What this then means that your truck might fall into the abyss because of the road that's missing. Subscribe for more tips and tricks. I know that was like a really good one, by the way. Completely free. Completely free tip and trick. Okay, this asphalt here does need to be very slightly... Actually, does it have to be tweaked? This looks so weird, by the way. Does it have to be tweaked? Because if I want this line here... I think it does. Although I could get away with this, maybe. Let's see. No. Definitely can't get away with that. Lovely. That's not centralized, is it? But it's centered to where the truck's going to be there, so it's okay. Why is the bend? Oh, this bend? Hey, there's nothing wrong with bends. There's nothing wrong with a bendy shape. Because you know when... Okay, right. You know that scene in Transformers when Optimus Prime has the dance-off against Megatron and then Harambe's there? You know that scene? That's what this is in my world. It's incorporating the best and the worst together. So you've got the beautiful fluid truck, and then the bendy path. There you go. I'm innocent. What do you guys think? Was that a good defense? I think so. I think so. That was a good scene, by the way. That was a good scene. Oh no, you're special. Okay. Oh, you guys half foundations. You are. Gosh. Okay. Well, you're gone now, so that's tough. I would appreciate if we did have some sort of bend here. So what I'm going to do is grab that and make sure that this is aligned centrally, like so. Fantastic. I then want to get rid of essentially what we've done here. Great. That would then line up pretty good, I think. I do want to make sure that I have got a half foundation placed somewhere along there. And is there still a gap there? There is. That's fine. I can slightly nudge you over. Although you're not playing nice, so what I'll do then instead is actually get rid of that and then plop down one more of them over here. Returning to our centralized lines. With a nice little T, no, with a nice little T section going on there. And that, we've still got a gap. A half nudge fixes everything. Mary Poppins used to say a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. In this game, it's a half nudge makes the zooping and the Z snapping go away. Except for you. Because you're being annoying. Are you going to behave? Okay, that's fine. But there we go. That is basically our truck. Why are you bent? It's fine. Close your eyes. It won't be here. Just imagine something else. But no, I mean, this works the way I want it to work. If we have to adjust it, we can adjust it. I don't mind going back to change things. every now and then. Welcome, Calls. Hope that you're doing good. You were playing with ×2 resources and ×2 power and 100 times the elevator parts turned off. Parts. You turned off the 2 times resource for recipes when you started to build up for phase 2 of the 100. Yeah. Because the 100 times elevator is a lot of resources. Of course, what's the very first milestone for the space elevator? Is it 50 smart plates? So that's now 5,000 smart plates. That's a lot. That is a lot. Okay, this path should now work. Let's go. The one thing it hasn't yet got is coal. We need coal. Some of the people that show their absolute spaghetti of their worlds on Reddit, I don't really use Reddit if I'm completely honest. I mean, the only social media I use is YouTube. I'm that kind of guy that watches YouTube shorts, by the way. Crucify me. What can I say? I like YouTube shorts. The reason why I like them, though, is because it's actually content I like. And the problem is... Okay, I've just got a bunch of pipes here, don't I? Ooh. The problem is, I don't mind watching Instagram and all that. But sometimes the videos aren't really made for me. They're not really content I enjoy. Whereas YouTube shorts, it's basically just... If I... You know what? What's the very first thing that comes up now if I watch? Arc Raiders... Warhammer, food, Warhammer. Yeah, okay, I'm just... yeah. So this is where my resources will be coming in from. Yeah. Okay, right. That works, I suppose. You know what? Actually, I want it to come straight down. And the reason for that is because we need something. I won't spoil what it is. It starts with the letter F and ends in fluid buffer. That's right, guys. It's a fluid buffer. Why are you black? Oh, because I selected that. Okay. Because the thing is, I try and color code my pipes and I selected you. Stop. I selected you to be for pipes. That's why I was confused there. Actually, no, sorry. You should be purple. Absolutely, you should be purple. Because you're carrying heavy oil residue. Do I want you to split into 2? Yeah. Why did I sound scared answering that? I suppose. I mean, ooh, I don't know. I love the way that looks. I hate the way that looks. Okay. If I do... Oh, that's wild. I can't do that. Right. If I move you back here slightly. Then... there. Straight mode. That's not as bad. Again, why are you blue? The last 6 modular engines for phase 3. Nice, man. That's good. Phase 4 is when the game starts to get challenging, but fun. Fun as well. Coal. I don't actually know how much coal I need, and ooh, are you going to be going through that pipe? I believe you are, which is actually a bit of a shame. What I'm going to do then instead here is make something up on the spots and hope that it works. Because that's kind of the satisfactory way. If it doesn't work, don't give up. Quit. Wow, that was really inspirational. Have you reached a point in your factory where you feel like you just take 1 step forwards and 2 step backs with the logistics? Has your maths maybe gone wrong? Well, now is a good time to quit. No, don't quit. Keep on going through, you got this. Oh, in fact, you're in a really good position here. Damn. Yeah, the hover pack's amazing. It feels quite weird going back to almost, you know, quote-unquote regular Satisfactory without the hover pack now. I know the hover pack's part of vanilla Satisfactory, but just pre-jetpack and pre-hover pack Satisfactory just feels weird to me. Where am I going with this? We're going somewhere, clearly, but I don't know where that somewhere is. I know that I think I've got... I know that I think, that's a very good start to a sentence, that I have coal here, 74 coal. Am I going to need more than 74 coal for a circuit this small? I really hope not. If it's 75, I might be smashing a monitor. But fingers crossed, we are going to get away with 74. And the way that I can find out if I am going to be getting away with that is by getting a bunch of coal here. I've only got 16, that's good enough actually. Yeah, no it's not. It's by grabbing a bunch of coal and essentially doing one full circuit with our fluid truck. That will then tell me how much coal I'm going to need. Also, the game will just tell me because the game is really helpful with things like that. 3, 2, 1, boom, 100. 180. We don't need 180. We're burning around 100,000 biofuel bricks. Damn. Like, even for me, that's extreme. 100,000 biofuel? Wow. I'm impressed. I'm shocked, but impressed. Everything here is good, I think. You're definitely set to load. You are set to load. We haven't got any heavy oil residue coming into here just yet. And in fact, that's the very first thing I want to do before I see how much coal I have to try and consume here. I want to bring you out to here. And then select a pipeline T junction. I do love a good bit of tea. And then our 500 heavy oil residue is there. Brilliant. So I'm going to say goodbye to that. And instead, just loop you around here. Whilst simultaneously bringing you just straight down. What are you doing? Thank you. I appreciate you flexing your dance moves on me, but at the same time, please don't do that ever again. There we go. Now, regarding this area over here, I don't think actually... Oh, you know what? Actually, I might need a pipeline pump. If I was to place it here, or preferably there, is it going to make it through the fluid buffer? I'm actually really not sure. No, it doesn't. Understandable, but disappointing. Not from the game's end, just from my expectation, and that looks terrible. Although you do fit here, which I prefer. Paint you nice and purple. Let's get our power lines going up. We're going up, up, up. It's sorry. 23, by the way. It's a good song. Annoyingly. Grand, look at that. Brilliant. Okay. Transportation. Fluid truck. Our route, I believe, should be complete now. So I'll plop you down there, paint you purple because you're dealing with heavy oil residue. Then, oh, it's doing the bug thing again. Oh, holy moly, that's bad. I'll do it here then instead. Oh, that's pretty cool. You can see our road layout actually quite nicely. Did I change the name of the stations to make it easier for me to identify what's going where? No. No. Luckily, it should still show me. It doesn't. Oh, have I turned off the map to the... Wait, where is it? Get rid of that. Vehicles? No, truck stations. There. Now if I do it? Aha. I see. You to there. Oh, brilliant. Yes. Okay, that's 45 point... Actually, we have to pay attention to the cold per minute, not per trip. 25.27 cold per minute. We've got roughly 74 coming in. So, 74 minus 25.27. Oh, God. This is about to be completely wrong. It's going to be 68.73? 68.73. What even was it? Wait, did I say 68? Okay, I'm slightly special. No, for the last time, call. 25.27. 48.73. I don't even know what I said, but I think I said 68.7 something. Maybe. Or 6. I don't know. I was wrong. Sue me. Either way, everything here looks pretty good. Let's enable autopilot for the last time. Call. Which I've put into the station, to be fair, so that's not great from me. It does give me a good opportunity, though, to change this to something. Change it to what? Heavy oil residue, HOI, in 500. Ah, not I. It's leaving. It's an output. 500. So basically what I said before, just completely wrong information. But this should now be correct. Control C on that, just in case. Grab our call. And then send you on your merry way. Oh, another autosave. Come in here, there we go. We should now start to see the heavy oil residue being loaded on. Yes. Fantastic stuff. What are we making precisely? We are making 2,000 plastic at the minute. As part of our other factory over here that's making 3,400 plastic and rubber. That's what pretty much all of this here is for. Okay. Cool. Follow our path along there. Conveyor belt path. Get to the end. No. Wait, what are you doing? Are you not straight? I think it should be, but it's clearly not. Boom. Pow. Lovely. I got a notification in my YouTube feed that Satisfactory uploaded a video yesterday, by the way. I completely forgot to react to that on stream. So, let me do that after I do the maths for this. 74 minus 25.27 is going to be 48.68? 48.73. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just say 48. I'm not doing decimals. Not here, at least. But now, annoyingly... Actually, no, it's... yeah, it is annoying. Got a better idea. Get rid of that. Move you here. Get rid of this. Today. And here, I'm actually going to be adding in a conveyor pole. No, wow, a conveyor pole. The reason for that, though, is because if I was to go ahead and immediately add the splitter, it might not necessarily be lined up with one of these nudges, for example, which will then make the conveyor belt coming off of it maybe too high or too low, too far left, too far right. But now, that hasn't actually worked. But now what I'm going to try and do here is establish a conveyor belt going from there, there. And now if I try and get my merger, whilst holding down control, it snaps. Splitter. And now it's great. Grand. There we go. And now you're 48. Da 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 da. Fantastic! And look how simple this logistic work is. I don't think there's much behind here, is there? Let's never see that ever again. What was that? I forgot about this. Oh no. Oh dear. Okay, it's not too bad when you get around here. I've hit all of it. Okay, good, good, good. I might honestly be a logistics war criminal. Oh well. The thing is, everything here makes sense. It just looks a little bit overcomplicated, but no, everything here is completely fine. It's just sulfur going down there, then splitting there, then splitting there, then coming back up around there, joining back with this, and joining back with that, then coming around there, then splitting there, then joining back over here. And there you go. See, I mean, it's simple stuff, really. Oh well. Let's react to the video. I've got no idea what it is. Also, again, my webcam isn't working, so it'll be a reaction without my webcam. Truly top tier content here on the Valhard and Pickle channel. I think we've seen this. Wait, did we see that? Yeah, no, we did, didn't we? Oh, yes, that was a really good video, to be fair. I'm guessing it was a short then. Fluid trucks. Did we see this one as well? I don't know. Productive packer. I think I've seen this. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Strange. That's very kind of you to say. I do greatly appreciate that, and I love your support as well, so thank you.
Over there, I've got a sweet hub in the back you can chill out in. And I've got Productive Packer Deluxe with the computer.
Oh, I love Productive Packer Deluxe.
Dude, you
Productive Packer Deluxe. What is that?
Productive Packer Deluxe? Jason, bro, I knew I liked you, dude. Come here, bring
Thanks,
it in.
Mikhail.
Bring it in, brother.
I don't even know what that even is. Am I that out of the loop? Maybe. The second one that I haven't seen. Is this the new one? Yeah, so this is the fluid truck one. Which I suppose is just fluid trucks. Oh, doggo. And I think potentially copyright music, so I can't actually react to it. I can listen to it with the volume off. But yeah, fluid trucks, they're really cool. I've literally just used them now, haven't I? 10 out of 10. I like it. And then this is the new one. This is actually a comment that I've received a surprising amount on my channel. In case you don't know, the Pioneer, if I can very quickly show you, is, I think, a woman. I'm actually not entirely sure. I mean, do I care? No. Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite games is Horizon Zero Dawn, where the main character's a female, so I mean, it doesn't really bother me, but some people have been talking about this a little bit. Why not just create a factory that builds the alkali cheats? That could work as like a modular factory or module factory. Absolutely. I didn't realize that people actually complain about it this much until I made a YouTube channel, though. I always thought it was one of those things that some people occasionally brought up, but no, I do get it quite a lot. This one's for you. Oh, that's guys. I'm a guy. I'm not a boy. I'm 23. I'm a man. But still, I don't know what that sound was. What is? Is that Charlie Kirk? Am I completely missing this? Or is that not Charlie Kirk? Also, the music's copyrighted, brilliant. It's a good song as well. Oh well. Have I lost the... Also, whoa. A third person mode, that's pretty interesting. Oh, the Cybertruck. Oh, wait, did they just bomb the Bean? Oh, poor Bean. Won't be missed, but will be forgotten. Rifle. Oh, it's Jason. Sorry, Jason. Wow, okay. So that's the April Fool's video. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like the Cybertruck. I might have completely forgotten about the Cybertruck until just this moment, even though I've made multiple videos talking about it. It's a pretty cool thing, the Cybertruck. If you don't know, I don't think it's called the Cybertruck, it's called the Cyber Wagon in the game, and the glass on the opposite side of it is actually shattered. The reason why it's shattered is because when, I think it was Elon Musk and someone else who was on stage with, threw something at the Tesla window years back now, and the window shattered. Or it didn't shatter, but there was a visible crack in the window, and they added that as a bit of a meme. I like this third person mode though. I know it's obviously an April Fool's joke, but that's still rather interesting. I don't think I've missed any other Satisfactory videos from Coffee Stain. I genuinely thought that was Charlie Kirk though. Wow. I've been on the internet too much. No, why are you red? Oh wait, no, you're not red. Oh no, you are red. Make up your mind. Have you got a problem or not? I'm so confused. Okay, good. All of our calls coming into here. Yes. So, we have now fully established our fluid truck... second? Third. Second fluid truck path. I'm really happy with that. Unfortunately, I can't ride it. That is because there is a bug with the fluid trucks. Some, like, visual bug. But either way, that is fantastic to see. Is there anything else I want to do logistically? Yes, there is. Because we're going to be making 2,000 plastic. And for that, I'm going to need to bring over 4 conveyor belts for our plastic to come from this side of the map to that side. Let's do that. You just unlocked tier 7 and 8. I need blenders for your rocket fuel plant. Nice. Yeah, tier 7 and tier 8 is when I personally feel the game becomes either very interesting or tedious, depending on the player and the playstyle. How am I going to do this, I wonder? Oh, I forgot I boarded this up. There we go. Yes. I want to have all of my resources coming in roughly this way. I don't know the exact point of entrance I want to have. I suppose it could make some sense to have it here, directly underneath the asphalt. Ooh. I can't remove you because that will interfere with our decoration from down there. I'm then going to have to slightly move this along to here, maybe? Is this where our resources can come in from? Because again, the problem is... in fact, no matter what I do, it's going to be visible. That's quite annoying. You made 271 or 261 rocket-fueled power plants. Damn. That's quite a lot. That's an awful lot, actually, yeah. Okay, the simplest way of me doing this without suffering much damage to my head is most likely doing this. Zooping you out there. But only bring you up to the very edge of this. There. That's slightly better. If you can't create alkali sheets in a factory yet, then you are thinking way ahead. Yeah, I mean, alkali sheets are very important. Very important, especially for the Mark 5? Yes. Mark 5 conveyor belt highways. Okay, so you're going to be positioned somewhere along here. If I am to maintain this design, how's that going to look? I think it would look fine having one point of entry up there. No problem. You're going to have to go though. And instead what I'm actually going to do is firstly, half nudge you down like so. Get rid of all of this. And then just yeet you down to there. That's fine. Oh, but you don't line up now with that. See, nothing lines up. That's the problem. Absolutely nothing lines up with anything. And why is it all half nudged? How have I managed to achieve that? Actually rather impressive how everything's just not lined up. If there was an award given out to whoever can build the most, I don't even know, like, out of line, like, look at this! Why are you there? Why are you, oh my god. Right. This isn't necessarily bad. Like so. I can then get rid of this and position you instead. Hello. Thank you. Here. Same thing there. Now, the good news about this is because I've only got... I'm thinking... 2 pipes. Yep, I've got 1 pipe there. 2 pipes coming in and 2 conveyor belts coming in. That could all fit around here. Isn't that fantastic news? Yeah. Here it is. I can then grab that. Oh no. This. And then position it somewhere here. But see, from this angle it looks fine. I'm unsure what it's going to look like from out here. No. That's my answer. No. Oh, you know what we could do here, though? Unexpected design in the bagging area, but what if I did this? This doesn't count as me being distracted, by the way. This is a necessary change. Oh, dearie me. I like that. My eyes are nicely adjusted to the look that this factory provides me. Yep. Okay. You'll then continue to there, where we're then going to have a slight bridge. Okay, a bridge. Stop. Thank you. Don't stop believing. Already have. Hold on to the feeling. Thank you. I was told I sound a little bit like Beyonce. I have to agree with that. I mean, you know. That's the reason why I don't actually sing in real life. Not because I sound absolutely awful, but it's actually because I sound a bit too good. And I don't want other people around me to get jealous. Not because I absolutely cannot sing for the life of me. No. That's fake news. If you hear that on the streets, fake news. Okay, you know what? That's not bad. I don't like the hold there. How can I not have that there, though? Is there a solution to that? There must be a solution to it. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, God, it looks so bad from here. And how are you a different colour? There we go. You can go up there. You can do the same. You can do the same. There. Why is there a gap missing here now as well? Let's see. What I'm going to do here is actually get rid of all of this. Except for this one. No. Boom. Now just slide you across. Make sure that everything's nice and covered. These ones can also go here now as well. Are you going to line up? No, that would have been a bit weird actually, yeah. I'll flip. Ah. Okay. Okay. We are making progress. We are definitely making progress there, which is nice to see. I am going to have one more of these weird tunnel designs. Because we have also got 4 conveyor belts of plastic coming out of here. So that's just most likely going to be... Actually, you know what? No, I can definitely fit it along here. Yeah, I can fit it along here. Might have to do a little bit of magic. It should work. Yeah. Great. Okay. In here, everything looks acceptable. You're going to be, I think... Ooh. Slightly over the edge here, so here, I suppose. You're then going to go up by 7, I believe. Yes. Okay, this is much better. Is there a way I can get rid of this without it impacting my build? I honestly think yes. Oh, except I can't do that with you. I know what's up there, and I can't really mess around with that. Okay. Even better idea then. Everything can be fixed. Well, first of all, by not building stupid things in the first place. But it can also be fixed using sign. Let's go into organization. Let's get a 3-meter sign. We haven't really used many 3-meter signs. And we're going to call this factory 2000 plastic. Oh, nice. Brilliant. It's amazing. Plastic per minute. I love that. Ah. We get rid of you. You two, I suppose. Yep, that's fine. I could then add a wall around there if I really wanted to. I kind of do, but if I were to do a wall inside of here, how is that then going to look on the other side? I think it could have some rather consequential impacts. Literally nothing. I like that. Okay, I think we've got our solution here, chat. I like it. Yeah. Well, like's a bit of a strong word. My eyesight can tolerate the creation I've just summoned. That then goes along there. Have I already messed up? No, I don't think so. That would have been quick, even for my levels. You can go along there. You can do the exact same thing, just slightly inwards. With you then coming out on here. I don't know how far down there we're going to go just yet, but what I do know is that I'm rather happy with how this is looking. I am actually going to be slightly readjusting this foundation level though, Because I quite like the way that this is here. So you're going to go around there. That will then continue the way it currently is. Where you'll come down here. No, hello, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I don't know what I'm doing. But I know that it's alright, I think. What impact's that going to have for this? You know what this needs? A factory cart. We could literally have a factory cart just along here. You know what? I've got to dedicate some brain cell power to do this. You are necessary. That's annoying. I do need a slightly bigger gap in here, though. How can I make this work? What I could do is when it gets to this concrete area here, if I widen you slightly, like that, and have our factory cart travel along here. This is so unnecessary. Glass floor and factory carts. Well, that's the plan with the factory carts. The glass floor could also work as well. So you come down to there. I'm going to use straight mode just for a second. That's nice and bent. If I wanted bent mode, that would have been fantastic. It's a bit of a wide bend, isn't it? This doesn't have to look perfect. I just want to see if it's going to be functional. Vehicle collides with terrain. Ah. That's fine because you're going to be going around in a circle, I think, anyway. So let's just assume we've got to the end and it's looped around. Okay. This is a rather big experiment. Oppenheimer himself is in discombobulation from the size of this experiment. Not to mention how life-changing this is going to be for the human race. One small step for mankind, one giant leap for mankind. This is all going to go, by the way. I'm just experimenting, okay? If this works, if the idea, most importantly, looks nice, then we're fine. Okay. Now, I would like to place down my factory cart. Brilliant stuff, as always, from the Valhalla and Pickle YouTube channel. Equipment workshop. I can make 100. Oh, not enough. That's okay. Luckily, I don't get frustrated. Oh, they don't stack. I mean, that makes sense. It is quite literally a vehicle. You. There's the path. You gonna follow the path? Oh, bloody hell, that's quick. Open menu, vehicle path. Wait, you need a station. No. What do you mean? Wait, and you need resources? What? Are you taking the mick? You need resources. Oh, see, this is why I test out these features. And now apparently I can't get rid of you. Oh. What do you mean you need resources? I'll think of something down here anyway. You know what I could do? Fake logistics. This is a strategy I've used quite a bit recently, and I actually quite like it. I should have realized I had no power there. Whoops. Fake logistics is pretty much as simple as it sounds. So what I'm going to do is... Logistics. I'm going to go with pipeline wall haul. Like so. Brilliant. We're then going to go with maybe one there as well. This can then come out here. And in there. Cover that in glass. And the whole purpose of this is that it's supposed to act like, well, a visible logistic floor. That's kind of it, really. Because we're going to have a wall behind here. Probably a bit too high up there. In that case. There. Do that. Do that. I don't know how far we're going to build out just yet. That's why sometimes it is nice getting a rough size for your factory. But this is fine. This works. Okay. Now, do I necessarily want glass down here now? I mean, the obvious answer is yes, but not anymore, I don't think. I think the glass looked nice. It wasn't that bad. It's just not needed now. But at least with the glass being there, you can differentiate between the factory and just open areas like that. So you know what? I am going to keep this glass here. It was good to see what they look like without it, but I do prefer it, if I'm honest. Yeah, you'll go down there eventually, not right now though. Good enough. Well, I don't know why there's a weird gap here. It's now gone. We have got to try and work on this wall slightly. I think all that entails is me doing this. Or preferably not messing up as I say it. There we go. Then one more on top. Did we do that over here as well? Yes, but this time I built you there, which I don't actually want to try and do. You have to stick out a little bit more. Then come down by one, I think. Brilliant. I am happy with that. This will just keep on extending as we need it, basically. And because you're both bringing in 500 heavy oil residue, I'd actually quite appreciate if I could join these together. Somewhere... Let's see... actually, you know what? No, let's use a pipeline T-junction. I love that. Okay. Then coming in here, we are now going to have a couple more items. Your factory floor is a whole desert northeast of the map. You might have 5% or more of it floored. Nice. The northeast, that's going to be the dune deserts. I love the dune deserts. It's my favorite biome. It's really fun to build in as well. I think it's the best biome in the game. I'll be honest. I really do think it's the best biome. So you're also going to be over here now. Carrying our water and our rubber as well. Let's not forget. Do I want to have you actually intertwine through there, then come down here, just so it doesn't look like I've got resources dripping over the edge there? Not sure. I have to think about that one, I think. Let's also just go ahead and make sure that our entire floor is covered whilst also providing power around here now as well, because again, it's our logistic floor. That's where power is supposed to actually come out of. It's kind of the whole point of it. Yeah, hiding power in this game is just one of those things that I just find so satisfying. It's like a quest. A quest to hide the power. As silly as that sounds, it's always good. It's very rewarding as well. This game is very rewarding. When you play it, not necessarily right, but when you play it, it can feel so rewarding. Unbelievably so, in fact. Okay, so I bring you down to there. And I don't mind if you stick out through here, because I'm not planning to have anything down here just yet. If I need to have emergency logistics, that's completely fine. As of right now, no plans at all for that. Not there though. No, definitely not there. Oh, I mean, I can get away with that in theory, but I'd rather just not have that there. Fantastic. Doesn't look brilliant, but it works. The next part of the process is now going to be to flatten out this entire area here with coated concrete. And then what I'm going to do is start placing down the rest of my machines. Also bringing over the rest of my resources. Actually, that's plan number one. Bring over the rest of our resources, then place down the machines. That sounds like a plan to me. And when I say place down the rest of our, for example, pipes and conveyor belts, I'm still going to need 4. Is it 4? Yeah, it is 4, isn't it? Yes. 4 belts going back in that direction there, so I can't fit you in. Why? Yeah, that sticks miles out. This should work. Yes. Okay. Let's see. I mean, if it doesn't, it doesn't, but I don't see why it won't. There it is. Zoop you over to there. Same thing here. But where was that even going? What solar system did that just enter? You're wrong, and you're wrong, I think, and you're potentially wrong, because these two down here, they're both going to be for the rubber coming in here. However, for the 4 plastic, you're going to be going the other direction. It's good that we made sure that we didn't continue to do that throughout the next 15 or so minutes. Because that would have not been good. Great. That looks quite nice. Yeah. I could no, stop. This has to stop. I'm not decorating anything else. For the rest of the stream, I will no longer be decorating a single thing. Except for all the things I'm going to end up decorating. I mean, that's the equivalent of me saying I am vegan for half the day. Which is true. It is true. I'm vegan for half the day. From about 7 p.m. in the evening to 7 a.m. in the morning. Because that's what AM and PM stand for. I don't eat meat products. No cheese, no eggs, nothing. Is it because I don't eat at all in that time period? Yes, but still proves my point. Absolutely proves it. I can have you connect to here, right? No? There we go. Did I select the wrong one? Well, no. Kind of, yes. I did, but I didn't. I wonder if I'm actually going to end up using trucks anymore now. As much as I kind of want to use trucks again one day, I don't really see a purpose for them. They are still, in some ways, better than fluid trucks if you're trying to transport a fluid, obviously. But then at the same time, the fluid trucks save you so much power. So like I mentioned in the video where I was just breaking down trucks in the, what was it, ultimate guide, whatever I called it. It depends on what your purpose of using the trucks is going to be. If you're concerned about power consumption, fluid trucks are pretty good. If you'd rather just get as many resources onto the truck as possible, then you might want to package it. Just depends on what you're interested in. Anyway, we've now finished this part of our conveyor belt process. I could turn this into a blueprint designer. But no, honestly, let's just do it by hand. It's more enjoyable that way anyway. Chuck that into there straight away. I wonder if there's any interesting movies coming out. So we've been talking quite a lot on the channel recently about gaming, especially with Crimson Desert having come out fairly recently and seeming to have some pretty good reviews. Of course, you got Grand Theft Auto 6, which would be the exact same as Grand Theft Auto 5, in the sense of, after a couple of weeks of playing, the only reason you log on is to drive around endlessly for a few minutes, shoot some deer or whatever, then log out. Call of Duty, I don't care much about. There have been some rumours that the next COD's going to be Modern Warfare 4, I think they were saying. Which, I mean, is interesting, but I don't care anymore. Battlefield 6 is just fine. I feel bad for the players who weren't regular Battlefield fans because they thought that DICE was actually going to put a lot of effort into it, but as someone who's been playing Battlefield since the age of 2, my very first one being Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, I can tell you that the Battlefield days that people were thinking about, they're gone. They haven't been around for a while, in fact. As much as it kills me to say it. Project Hail Mary just came out. Oh, right. 2 days ago, and it's here solid. Oh, nice. So what's that about, then? It sounds like a war movie, but I've got no idea. What I'm going to do is try and work on this plastic conveyor belt line over here. And then work on this row, because it just makes it slightly easier. We'll do that. I've also got no idea where my plastic's going to end up going either. I know I was teasing the idea of the drones, and honestly, I'm still interested with the whole drone idea. But I don't know. I don't know where that's going to go. So for now, it's going to come over here. If I change it in the future, then heck, I change it in the future. Then what I'm going to do is this. Line you up roughly so that you're along here. Like so. Actually, get rid of that. Get rid of that, and that's much better. That's lined up. 1, 2. Then you're going to go down here. Same with that. This might look a little bit weird, but it should be okay, if I'm honest. Great. The next one is then going to be this. Logistics. Make sure straight mode selected. Got plastic there, plastic there. You're going to come back here slightly. In fact, you know what? No. Oh, you're not lined up? Oh, gosh darn you. That is most frustrating. That's taken 1 second out of my day. Tragic. Tragic loss. Oh, I can't stop yawning today. A scientist and a teacher goes to a solar system 11 light years away because that is the only sun that isn't dying by some special form of bacteria. He needs to go find out why it's the only one that hasn't died. Okay, interesting. Definitely not a war film then. Okay, you're also too far out. Hey, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Normally your name would appear on stream, but unfortunately, we've been having some technology problems. Should be fixed by tomorrow, though. Vial. There. Nice. And now this is where all of our plastic is going to be coming out from. I do want to try and change this. Oh, wait, that is the one that I wanted. Right. Potential better idea. Potential. What if instead I did this? And now I lowered you down to here. That looks nice. I think. It's good enough. I mean, it does the job I want it to do. I will very quickly sign. Boink. I should know what this is, but just in case I wake up tomorrow and forget everything I've done. There we go. 500 plastic. I'll keep that open for a while, why not? Now let's work on this. So I need to go all the way back, preferably again using straight mode. And then do the exact same thing for our other 3 plastic lines, but doing all 3 of them at once. Okay. I think logistic-wise, we've done well today. I would definitely like to get some machines placed in though. I'll be honest, I do. Preferably our blenders. At least just plop them down. I don't have to do all the maths for them. But just plop down the blenders. See where they can all be positioned and located. Allocated is the best word I could use there. It's probably not, but it's the right word I could use. Brilliant. Allocate a position for our blenders. And before you know it, Bob's your uncle. Okay. Let's work on these 2 conveyor lines here as well. I am so excited to get this project over and done with. But at the same time though, I'm borderline concerned as well. Because, in case you guys don't know, I'm going to have to place down anywhere between 600 and, in theory, 1,300 fuel generators. And I've only got room to place down a couple hundred. Let alone the minimum, like the very, very, very minimum is about 650. And I haven't got room to do that. I know I haven't designed the blueprint yet for our fuel generators, but I know how big it's going to be because I've done it before. So I am quite concerned, yes. I am. That's another reason why I'm spending so much time on this area over here. Because if I very quickly activate the decoupled camera... No, for you. No, stop. Thank you. Over here. Look at that for an entrance or an exit. It's not... Well, I mean, it could look better, but it's not bad for me. After I build this factory down there, there is still going to be tons of room where I could build more stuff. Over here, the way things are going to end up being, as you can already see, I've laid out a few fuel generators. I haven't got any of the logistics sorted or none of that fancy stuff done just yet. But this is pretty much how it's going to be laid out. If I was to have no paths going down the middle, it's just pure fuel generators other than this path over here. I could fit about 100 into there, about 100 into there, and that's it. Which is a problem, obviously. I am going to have a couple towers coming up at certain points, that will help. But the problem is, even with these towers, I can only fit about maybe 4 fuel generators per floor. I'm off by about 400. That's 100 floors. Split it into 4, that's 25 floors, which is going to be many, many meters high. And then how am I going to make it look? Am I going to add a logistic floor for these floors? Am I going to have glass everywhere? If so, how is the logistic floor going to interact with the glass? How am I going to get the fuel up there? Am I just going to maybe package it first? But that's a bit of a waste of packages. Am I just going to use and potentially rely on the pipeline pumps, which I really don't like relying on pipeline pumps because they never seem to work for me. So there's so many questions, and the best part about it is that none of them have to be answered today. Holy moly, what is that sound? What was that? What is that? I had this a couple days ago as well, and I didn't find a solution. I'm going to try and respawn. That's an unplayable sound. There we go. Hover pack. Oh, nice. I had to type in 3 letters and I still messed it up. Starter factory is looking abysmal. You love to see it. You love to see it. Luckily, we have got enough concrete for at least the next 2 generations of pickles, which is good. Okay, let's try not to splat. Hey, thank you very much for the sub as well. Welcome, everyone. Glad to have you guys tuning in today. Also, yes, there are gaps here. Don't worry about this. This is where our drone ports are going to end up going. I haven't yet designed the blueprints because I've got bigger fish to fry. Much bigger fish. Okay, so we've done all of that. So that looks fine. We got up to here? Okay. There. One of my favourite quotes, and I don't even know if it's a direct quote, but I think I remember him saying it. You know that duck thing from Kung Fu Panda, Poe's quote-unquote father? He said that everything has a place and there's a place for everything. I think about that quote whenever I'm doing logistics for Satisfactory. I feel like every conveyor belt has a place to be in. And it just looks nice. Like, for example, this. It was born to be here. Very good movies, by the way, the Kung Fu Panda movies. I've only properly seen the first one about 12 times, I'd say, by now. The second one... I forgot what the second one even was. Was that where they had to go on that quest to try and find that, the white... Oh, what's it called? The peacock. Is that the second one? Because that was a good movie as well. They had this VR experience where essentially you were trying to... Actually, where was it? This was in... Oh, it's a theme park somewhere in Dubai. What's it called? IMG? No, not IMG. Motion Gate. And if it's still there. It was a VR experience where you'd be in this boat trying to escape the white peacock. And spoiler alert, you all die. No, I'm kidding. Spoiler alert, you actually survive. Which is quite annoying. I really don't like that. That's not very immersive. What would have been immersive is if, like, the character somehow ends up failing. Because you start the adventure, and you see, oh no, something has gone wrong. Oh, doesn't matter. It's now completely fine. Because why? Because we're the good guys, and good guys always win. Which it gets annoying after the 400th movie. Not just for Kung Fu Panda, but every movie, the good guys always win. Except for Avengers Infinite War? But then they still won eventually, didn't they? Except for Iron Man, who died, but now he's back. He's not back, the actor's back. I don't know, I don't care. Oh dear. Anyway, have we got heavy ore residue here? No. What is the reason for this? There should be heavy oil residue here. Oh my god, I turned it off earlier, then we had to move the truck station. That's annoying. Alas, everything should now be coming here. Time to focus on the bigger picture. And that's to do with our blenders. Where exactly do I want our blenders to be? Why are you here? Yeah. In fact, you know what? Upload your faces. Oh really? We actually maxed it out. Damn. In that case. I don't want to get rid of it. Tough. We've got 4 there. And I calculated that we need 10 blenders. I think what I'm going to end up doing is 4... 2, 4? 44? Yes, I wouldn't mind a 4-2-4 configuration. I could also rotate you around like this. The problem with that being, we have tons of room on either side, which I don't like that massively. I'd rather everything looks rather neat and tidy. This doesn't abide by those rules, I'm afraid. So I am still just going to squeeze you into here. Somehow. Firstly, get rid of this. I know how I'm going to do it. And select this. Are you the right recipe? In case you're wondering what I'm now doing, by the way, let me show you the mathematics, bruv. Bam. I don't know. I don't speak London. Where is it? Here. So, the logistics that you just saw me set up there was for our 1000 rubber, not for this, that's coming in via the fluid truck, and our 1000 water coming in on 2 separate pipes. And also we just established there the 4 conveyor belts for our 2000 plastic when everything is done. That can go now, see you later. I want to try and make our 1000 fuel. For this, we are going to need 500 heavy oil residue and 1000 water. Luckily, ooh, you know what, actually? I could split you the heavy oil residue. Our water's already split 50-50, which is nice. I don't actually need to split you at all, in fairness. And for that, we're going to need 10 blenders. Output's going to be facing this side, because I'm feeling a bit unique today. I'm going to nudge you in slightly, just so I know the correct height. That seems correct. Oui. See, I'm very good at French, aren't I? Bonjour. Je m'appelle Van Harden Pickle. I am basically bilingual. I can speak English and I can speak American. Okay, where is the center? There's the center. I think you're off by a good nudge, I'd say. That seems pretty good. Yeah, boy. Okay. So we'll chuck you into there, which would be accompanied by yet another foundation. Can I maybe nudge it slightly more? No, I can't really get away with that, I'd say. Definitely can't get away with that. So you know what? Fine, we'll do this. We've got tons of room. Tons of room. Room is not a problem. You're a problem, though. You're a problem, Harry. I'm a what? Sorry. No! That was intentional, by the way. I meant to jump off the edge of the project. Haters may say it was an accidental leap and a miscalculation. They are right. But they are also wrong. Okay, I think that's a pretty good location there for you. Because you're just about touching the edge of the concrete foundation. I would say that's in a pretty similar situation there. Having a quick glance here at this side. No, you're actually fine. This thing here. You just stick over the edge. Okay, this is correct. Although it's saying I can't place it down here. Oh, right, yeah, because you're too far forwards. Miles too far forwards. Sorry. I just apologized to a blender in a video game. Nice. It's always good to maintain your manners even when you're talking to a piece of machinery. Are you too far forwards? Yeah, I would say you could probably go back there by a pretty reasonable amount. Because you're 1, 2, 3 foundations. You're 1, 2, 3 as well. And again, you've got a very similar sort of problem where I've squished this one over there. Whilst in reality, you could have probably had a bit more room on that side. What are you doing? 1, 2. That's grand, yeah. Welcome, Johnny. Did your stream crash? The last one did, yes. I have got a link from the last stream. And I've linked it to this stream now. But yeah, welcome. Hello. Guten Tag? Abend? Tag. Oh, yeah, hi. Ah, dearie me. Who would have thought my 2 days of doing German Duolingo meant that I wouldn't be completely fluent in the language? I don't know, I might actually demand a refund, because that's quite disappointing. Why are you so far left? Great. Okay, that's much better. I like this. Got a 4-2-4 formation. I sound like I'm giving football commentary. Although a 4-2-4 formation of football would be pretty bad. 4 defenders, 2 midfielders, and then 4 strikers. It sounds like something you would probably play in school. I would love that. I mean, I was a defender in school, so I would have been down here somewhere. This is me. There you go. But then eventually, one day, I scored a really good goal from behind the halfway line. I just yeeted it up to the other side of the field, went over the goalkeeper. Granted, he was about 2 foot. And then it went into the back of the net. And then since then, I played aggressive midfielder. Until I retired from football at the age of 10, I think. I don't know. I don't know when I stopped playing football. At my uni, they have this thing called social football. And when I say football, by the way, I mean, like, English football, so soccer. I thought, you know what, social football, that sounds a bit fun. You know, get back into it. It's something I haven't done for, wow, a very long time now, at least 8 years. So I thought I'd get back into it. Tell me why there wasn't a single other human being that was there who was playing social football. It was the most competitive experience one has ever had in their life. I couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable. It really was. I don't want you. Wait, do I? Yeah, it was shocking. Absolutely shocking. Diabolical, I would say. Diabolical. Yeah. Are you too low? You are, but that's fine. What if I do this? Oh, you still stick out from the end, don't you? Yes. I'd appreciate if you didn't exist. Thank you. Wow, that was... wow. And why are you slightly there? What? Are you not lined up in the middle? Like everything else is? No, you're not. You jammy so-and-so. You must be. Ah. German, bonjour, ciao, see, yeah. You're in the wrong position. I'm gonna try and think of a way of doing this that's just correct, because as of right now, I'm making catastrophic errors. If I start from the interior, let's try this, shall we? Because I want this wall to go all the way around here. That's beautiful, just like that. Was that so difficult? Same thing here, even though we haven't got as much machinery in this sector. Say, oh no. Firstly, I'd like to apologise to any German viewers. I absolutely love the German language, but I am just about to butcher it. Hallo. Oui. Jets? Jutes? No, jute sounds French. Hallo. Why? Hut. Heads. Utes. Yeah. I think that was pretty good, actually. The bilingual pickle coming out again. That doesn't sound very good, does it? The bilingual pickle. You've heard of Duolingo? Well, introducing the bilingual pickle. Eats? Right. I tried. This is why I only stick to English. Because otherwise I'll get it wrong. I don't mind making mistakes. That's how we learn. However, sometimes I feel like I need more information before I dive into learning languages. That's the reason why I'm not learning Latin. Even though I know a couple Latin words. Carpe diem. Which I probably pronounced wrong anyway. Seize the day. Feum Fatori? What does that mean? That just came to my mind. I've got no idea what it means. Does that seize the day? No, that's not seize the day. Oh, what is it? Fei Futurum. Something like that. It sounds like I'm talking Simish. Feum Fitorum. Latin. Oh, here we go. The future. What? What do you mean the future? No, not Fitor. No. Oh. Latin sayings. Oh yeah, of course. Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. Me after mining 480 limestone per minute in Satisfactory. There's an F word here somewhere. What's the F word? As in, like, the word, not like the actual F word. I mean, like, the word I was trying to say. Fedom. I don't know. What's this? Quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. Meaning something for something. That's just a useless saying. Amor Vincent Omnia. So, armor for Vincent of something. Love conquers all. I mean, it just doesn't though, does it? Truth in wine. Okay, you know what? I like this saying. Truth in wine. It does sound a bit English to me, but you know, it's alright. Truth with Guinness. Okay, you know what? I can get behind that. I fully support that Latin saying, which is written in English, so it's clearly very Latin. Okay, time for some low barrier action. You guys know I love the low barrier. The W is a V. Ah. Tit for tat. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I think. Oh dear. I do want to try and get the logistics done today for this. I wasn't sure if I could get it done today, but the way that we've been progressing so far today has been really good. And if you are new around the channel and you're wondering, what do you mean this is good progression? Then, well, yeah. That about sums up our channel. It's the reason why I've been building the same factory for 6 months. Also, I haven't really been playing the game for months either because of life. Which is annoying. There have been days where I've been tempted to email my lecturers and just say, mates, listen here, right? Basically, what I've done is I've started a Satisfactory playthrough. And I want to try and get this factory done. But the work you're giving me is interfering with my Satisfactory time. I think I might send a strongly worded email that's just like that. Because it's true. It's absolutely true. Not one part of that sentence that I just fabricate. Because I'm there trying to produce an efficient factory, and then they're throwing out these slurs. One of the slurs they used recently towards me, which I actually felt quite offended by, was work. Like, the W slur. Come on, guys. Work. Are you kidding me? Stop. Stop with that tomfoolery at once. I demand it. You're gonna dead snap, aren't you? Yeah, you are. And then, if they're feeling really bad, they'll sometimes throw around the J words, which is even worse. I mean, if you don't know what the J word is, I probably should even say it. It's job. Job. Ugh. What do you mean? On a serious note, though, I'm actually looking forward to work. The real-life Indiana Jones. Yeah, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. As much as this game has been a huge beneficial Christ, factor in my life, I also am looking forward to employment. Right, let's do something really fancy here. You ready? I like to call this strategy the wrong one. The inverted ramp. Boom. Exactly, Vidod, exactly. All this offensive language. Your internet's fixed itself, nice. It's good to hear. I mean, my stream literally crashed as well. It's a coincidence, the one day you came into the stream saying that your internet was bad is the same stream that my stream crashed. Coincidence? I think not. But why are you so completely out of order? Let's try and get a grip of that. There we go. I think I might have been slightly off there, but luckily, there's nothing that a simple placement won't fix. That is all looking rather nice. From up here, there's not really too much more I want to try and get sorted for today. As long as we can get our blenders done, that would be great. Tomorrow, what day is it tomorrow? Friday. Am I here Friday? Yeah, I'm live tomorrow. Unless there's like an important video I'm going to end up making. Which there honestly might be. There's a video I want to try and record for Star Rapture. We'll see how it goes. But if everything's fine with that, then I will be live again on some more Satisfactory. Doing some refinery shenanigans. Which I'm looking forward to. Let's have you come down to the end to it. In fact, no. I've got a much better idea. What if I try and do this? Ooh. Oh, you're not the right colour, but overall, I like that idea. Are you still the wrong colour? You are still the wrong colour. How? That's tolerable. Crazy coincidence? It is, yes. Okay, you have to go as well. So do you. The reason as to why I'm spending so much time on this particular logistics floor is because, as you can see, it's going to be visible. As you can see, it's going to be visible from the outside. So I want to make sure that this looks nice and snazzy. As snazzy can be. And get rid of that. And chuck you down to here. Yes. You are now floating, but you know what? No one has to know. If they never know, it means that they'll never know. Zoop this all the way down there. And I shouldn't need any more than that for today. Great. I actually have no idea if I am going to get all of this logistics done today. Because at the same time, I'm also going to have to build this exterior around. To try and see where the wall's going to be. I didn't even think about that. I shouldn't need anything crazy though. Where are you going? Where did you come from? Where did you go? And then you line up with this. Yes, I remember the dilemma I had last time. So you're slightly nudged a bit further to the right. That's the perfect position. And the way that I managed this was by getting rid of that. No. And this. And coming down there. Boom. That's better. From an objective standpoint, yeah, true. From the latest video. The East India Trading Company. Oh, I know who they are. Not personally. This channel is in no way affiliated with the East India Trading Company. Just in case you guys weren't aware, I thought I'd make that like a bit of a public statement. A quick PSA. Can you go? Your presence is irritating me. Thank you. Right, power-wise, let's... It sounded like I said penny-wise? No, power-wise. Let's make sure that all of our blenders are turned on. You're going to have to go because I don't quite need you there anymore. Luckily, because you were hideous. Oh, come here. Come here. Beautiful turn. Oh. You beautiful thing. Why is there still no heavy oil residue? Can you get a grip? Where are you going? Unloads. Oh, there's no power. Right. Yet again, it's not the game's fault. Instead, it is mine. In my defense, in my heroic, brave, incorrect defense, I did have power here once upon a time, but unfortunately, because I removed the fluid track station earlier on today, it then disconnected the power. So at one point in history, I was actually correct. If we go back in time about 3 hours, I was not wrong. There we go. Hides the wire quite nicely. There we go. This idea here, by the way, elevating this side of the exterior, I don't actually mind. That's going to have to change slightly. That's going to have to change as well. But overall, I don't hate that. I think there's a couple more things I want to try and add. It starts with R and ends in ailing. It's railing. Orange. If you're painted orange, I think that would be the cherry on the feck. The cherry on the cake. Oh yeah. Oh ho ho. Not bad. The way I'm talking about it makes it seem like it's brilliant. It's not really that great, but it works. I'm now going to make sure that you are zoomed to the correct level. Why are you all half foundations? What? What idiot designed that? It was me. Right then, for you. Boom, boom. Then just get rid of all that. Why? I know why. Don't worry. Don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. As the Swedish House Mafia said. Speaking about Sweden, they beat, what was it, Poland? I think it was Poland, wasn't it? Yesterday in the Football World Cup. I mean, granted, they did have a 12th player. It was the referee, but yeah, that was interesting. It means that Lewandowski won't be in the next World Cup. Surprisingly, England will be. Who else won't be? I haven't really been paying much attention. FIFA World Cup pools. Accept all of it. Accept? How many things have I got to accept? Thank you. So, Group A, we got Mexico. Ooh, Mexico. Lovely country from what I've heard. Well, when it's not, you know. South Africa. We've got the Korea Republic. Ooh, and Czechia. Okay. Now, my football knowledge is weak. In fact, let me just try and increase the size of the screen here very quickly. There we go. I think Mexico is going to do quite well. South Africa is very good. Korea is very good. I'm unsure about Czechia. I feel like it's one of those European countries that either has no good players or tons of really good players. So that's going to be a very competitive table. Group B has Canada, Bosnia-Herzegovina. They beat someone recently. Who was it? Italy. Yeah, Italy's not going to go through, are they? Damn. People are saying this is the third tournament that Italy's boycotting, which is a good excuse for them. Qatar, and then Switzerland. It's weird how when it came to the World Cup in Qatar, we all just started to pronounce Qatar differently. Qatar. Everyone was saying Qatar. Just for the World Cup, and everyone's gone back to saying Qatar. Anyway, Switzerland. Good luck to Switzerland. Group C, bloody hell. Brazil, of course, is going to do quite well. Morocco is pretty good. Haiti, I'm surprised you've even got a national team. And Scotland is... It depends. If Scotland beats Morocco, actually, isn't it top 3 teams that go through now? So in that case, as long as Scotland beats Haiti, and Haiti doesn't like have a insanely huge performance against Brazil and Morocco, which is rather unlikely, then Scotland will go through. Group D, we've got the United States of Australia, we've got Paraguay, we've got Australia 2.0, and Turkey. Okay. Turkey, I think, yeah, Australia, Turkey, USA. I don't know in what order. I feel like recently the USA is becoming quite decent at football. I think they just lost a game recently, though, but they're still becoming good at soccer. So I think maybe first place Turkey, second USA, third Australia, fourth Paraguay. Group E, Germany first, absolutely. Ivory Coast, I can't pronounce it the French way. They're going to come second. Ecuador third. A country I've never heard of before is going to come fourth. Curacao? That must be somewhere near Fiji. Give me a second. The flag is giving Fiji, as Gen Z says. It's an island nation. Obviously, yep. Map. Yo, I was completely wrong. It's near Venezuela. Well done, me. What's next? Netherlands, yeah, they're going to do well. Japan, they're going to do well. Sweden has already done pretty well, even though I'm pretty sure Sweden lost every single one of their qualifier rounds. Well, they didn't win any. I think they drew a couple, but they still qualified somehow. And then Tunisia, yeah, I'm not sure about Sweden or Tunisia qualifying. Japan, Netherlands will, but not sure about them too. Belgium's going to qualify. Egypt's going to qualify. Iran, yeah, potentially. New Zealand, I'm unsure. I haven't really heard of many pro New Zealand players. I'm sure there's tons, but again, my football knowledge is rather limited. Spain's going to probably top this group because Spain's just fantastic at football. Cabo Verde, okay, they're actually qualified. That's surprising. Saudi Arabia's good now. Uruguay is good. Is Suarez still playing for Uruguay? Not sure. But yeah, so Spain, Saudi, and Uruguay to qualify. Group I, we've got France, Senegal, Iraq, Norway. You know what? Big up Iraq. They're going to come first. Senegal, they're going to outdance Norway. So I'm going to say Senegal's going to come second. Norway, which just sounds like a surprised Australian, is going to come third, and France is going to come last. I think the French players will surrender after the second minute. That's a joke, obviously. France is going to top that group. Group J, Argentina, Algeria, Australia. Wow, the A's and Jordan. AAA and Jordan. Argentina, Austria. How many groups are there, by the way? Okay, there's only a couple more. Good. This is only supposed to be like a 2-minute long segment. I've been here for about 5 minutes now. Jordan, then Algeria, most likely. I don't know. Jordan's not bad at football. I think they're not bad. Group K, we've got Senegal. We've got the Democratic Republic of the Congo, not to be confused with the Republic of the Congo. I don't think they like each other. Uzbekistan and Colombia. Portugal first, Colombia second. I'll be honest, I don't know who's going to win there. I'm going to go Uzbekistan because I feel like they might have slightly better training equipment, which often does lead to, most of the time, to more higher percentage of professional athletes coming out of those countries. So I'm going to go Uzbekistan. Group L, Croatia to win the group. England probably second, then Ghana. Ghana third. I'm not going to go through all of this because I don't care that much about football. But yeah, that seems pretty interesting though. Oh yes, you're being oh wait, let's choose my words properly. You're having the fuel come out of you. Yes, brilliant. What was I doing? Oh yeah, logistics. That's kind of the whole title of the stream, isn't it? I then would like to try and zoop you to here. Isn't that grand? Yes, it is. always get confused in your mind. Yeah. I think the Democratic Republic of the Congo is the bigger one that's located more centrally in Africa, whereas the Republic of the Congo is just to the west of it. I'm pretty sure. The game is zoomed in. You are absolutely right. Let me change that very quickly. Oh, you can see my, well, where my webcam should be if it wasn't bloody broken. There we go. How is it now? Hopefully it should all be good. I think both capital cities, don't they basically border each other? Aren't they separated just by a river? I believe. Okay, I want to very quickly just add in one of these. The reason why I only want to try and add in one is because it lets me know where the border is going to be for this project. That's the right way, I believe. All good now? Grand. And thank you very much, by the way, Space Ninja, for that. I do appreciate it. Sometimes I get caught in the yap too much. Okay, slightly higher up there. Beautiful. There. I think that's where it should be. Are you directly in line with it? No, because you should be in line with this. Oh, watch out for the power. I think that's now lined up. Let's plop it down. I know I did say I was just going to place down one, but I'm now going to place down two because I'm indecisive. Okay, good. I think. Yes. In fact, oh, look at... Oh, wait. Oh, I love when things line up without me having to nudge 1,000 things in the wrong direction. If only life could be that simple. Ugh, that'd be a dream. Well, to be fair, it would be if I wasn't moronic with some of my placements. Oh well. Love that. I'm liking the way this logistic floor is coming together. I really am. I know there's a massive hole in the side of my factory, and it looks a little bit like a bomb's gone off. But let's ignore the potential bomb, and instead let's just connect all of our blenders together. And the way that I'm going to be doing this is the same way I've been doing it for the last... how many months? Many months. I'm gonna disconnect that. I'm going to have you come around here. And you come around there. No! Oh, I can do that though. Okay. Then where do you go? You go there. What's wrong with that invalid pipe shape? That's not invalid. What's wrong with that? Oh, there we go. Now it's fine. Okay. In fact, you've actually got to come around the other side. Whoops. After all that. There we go. And the way that I've done this now, I know it's quite difficult to see, but I've essentially tried to split up the water, so it's exactly split 50-50. Although I would prefer if I can make it a bit more symmetrical. I don't know how I can make it symmetrical. I know how. It involves this. What is that? Like, what is this? Straight mode, apparently. You're gonna come down by a little bit. We'll go down by 2. And join you up into that. Is that slightly better looking? It's made a partial difference. It has. But I like it. So I'm going to stick there with that and not cry over it. That sounds like a plan to me. Next, we've now got a heavy oil residue, where luckily, because we've only got one pipe coming in here for the heavy oil residue, you guys don't have to split. Wait, this is wrong. Is it? No. No, it's not. No, it's not. No. Is it? No. That's called a midlife crisis. A satisfactory crisis. How am I going to add you to the system? Bending you around here. Using the auto mode, probably. Then bringing you this way. Then up there. Yeah, nothing wrong with a good hallucination. Doesn't matter. I've lost it. Okay, good. There's not a massive elevation decrease there. Horizontal to vertical now is going to look quite good, hopefully. No, why are you going down? Why are you doing that? Oh, you're not. You're bending. Ah. Ah. Retry that again. It's slightly better. You're not the problem. I think you are. You only have a little over 100 hours on the game, so you wouldn't really know much of what good looks like. That's all good. As long as you enjoy what you're building, it doesn't matter if it's producing 10,000 items per minute or 1. If you enjoy the process of constructing it, that right there is the most important part of what a good factory is. Some people like really efficient factories. Some people like messy factories. So I suppose the beauty of it is in the eyes of the beholder. Yeah. No. Yeah. Good. Let's activate straight mode. No! Why would I want it to do that? Is it because I was aiming there? Yes, but still. God, oh my god. Thank you. I've placed it in the wrong place. Oh, I've lost it. Right, then you bend here. No, don't go through the pipe. You sausage. There we go. That's the fuel one. Oh my goodness gracious me. There we go. See, this is why we don't rage. This is why we stay nice, calm, and relaxed. Love that. See? Positivity, everybody. As my mouse almost went straight through my screen. You still haven't got any power, have you? No, because I haven't bothered connecting it yet. Great. Right, you lot. Come here. Boom. Then we're going to go from here to here. I love that. One more. One more connection, no more, no less. Maybe 2. I lied. Okay, so you are all now connected with each other, but not connected to our power system just yet. The reason for that is because all of our power is actually underneath us as of right now. The way that I can yeah, I can overcome this. Water. You lot are going to go straight down. Hear me out here, hear me out. You have no choice. Are you not lined up? No. You are, I just didn't place you in the right direction. If I do this... Oh, don't do this to me. No, 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 no. What's he doing? Kind sir, may you please get a grip? No. There. Can't be nudged. Okay. Yeah, you know what? That's going to be okay. It's a bit further away from the wall than what I maybe would have liked. But we could make this work, though. Because you're going to get yeeted over there. You, on the other hand... You've already got... Actually, you've both got decent height advantages. Would it be possible if I just did this, maybe? What would the height elevation say about that? You do very slightly go down. I'll have to half nudge you to get you exact, and I don't really want to do that. Positive Pickle Thursday. Yes. We'll make that a thing from now on. We're going to have one day of the week, probably a Monday, because no one likes Mondays, where I have to be positive. That sounds like a plan, even though I am the most... You know, this is a true fact. I've been thinking about this a lot recently. I am the most positive YouTuber in the world. That is called the Valhalla Pickle. Think about that for a second. Okay? The world's most positive YouTuber who's called the Valhalla Pickle. That's monumental stuff. It really is. This is going to look disgusting. I feel like that's in violation of the Geneva Convention, what I just did right there. So what I'm going to do then instead is this. I'm going to bring you out. Yeah. No, I'm going to bend you. No, yeah, no, yeah. There. I want to bring you down slightly. That is pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. It's not bad at all. It's a fun fact. In fact, you've got to be the same height as... no, actually, you don't. No, you can be completely fine. Straight mode now. Boom. That's more acceptable. My eyesight isn't as offended as it just was 2 minutes ago. I wouldn't say it's a perfect solution, considering that you're dangling from the ceiling. Also, what do I do here? So I bring you back. I then do that. That just looks wrong, though. There is one other counter. Okay. Hear me out here. Metal beam. I can't connect it, though. I don't mind that. I don't mind it. You now come around here. Yes. Then you just slot in at the end of this. Right there. Okay, this actually could work. A rebar or support metal beams. Well, I mean, that's the one I'm using right now. Is the metal beam. The height here seems wrong. It's not. That looks lovely. Well, it doesn't. It looks fine. I'm really liking this factory, considering just a couple days ago there was absolutely nothing here. We are building on top of the void, in case you guys weren't aware. Also, look at this view, by the way. This view is incredible. R.Fog0. Look at that for a view. It is not bad going at all. I'm going to leave it off just for a little bit. Ask before you saw it. That's all good, don't worry. I'll forgive you this time. I'm feeling really generous today. Cannot connect pipeline networks containing different... No. No, 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 no. What? What? How? I'm sorry, but how, like, actually how? Okay, now you work. Not sure about that. But either way, everything should now have water. I have absolutely, honestly, zero idea how heavy oil residue got into there. Because that's not connected to anything. Well, no, it was. I made a mistake, didn't I? I accidentally connected the heavy oil residue to something. Okay. That's my bad. Yet again, it's my fault, not the game. This is becoming increasingly frustrating. Why is everything my fault? Why can't the game be bad? You see, if the game was bad, then I would have something to blame. Like in Battlefield, I continuously blame DICE. Even though still, most of the time, it's my fault. But the problem is with this game, because of how good it is, I can't just blame the game because it's just not the game's fault. And that's really frustrating. Someone's going to actively believe that, so I will clarify that as a joke. I forgot, it's 2026. I've got to be careful with what I joke about. Okay, you're too high. You. There. Let there be power. As long as we've got this sorted, I'm happy to call it there. If this is sorted. Green, green, yellow. Not enough water yet, so that's completely fine. But you have got water. That's the most important part. Yes, you've also got heavy oil residue, which means that everything logistically is working. I do want to try and add something here. I don't know what it's going to be, but that will be a bridge that we cross tomorrow. Either way, stream, thank you guys very much for tuning in today. I'm happy with the progress we've made. We've finally got some blenders pretty much working. We aren't making our fuel just yet, but if you tune in tomorrow, hopefully we'll get all of this sorted and all of our refineries done as well. If I'm live tomorrow, we just have to wait and see. Thank you again for the support in the videos in the last couple of days. Oh, so we did the fluid trucks, didn't we? Yeah. Thank you for all the support in the videos in the last couple of days. I want to try and make more. I don't know what I'm going to make them on just yet, but hopefully something interesting. And thank you as well for the 6 likes on the stream. I do greatly appreciate that. But have a nice rest of your day, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Stay safe, pioneers, and as always, Godspeed.